Hi everybody, Mr. Politics here, and welcome to another video. Keir Starmer is humiliated, and you ask yourselves, why is he being humiliated, I hear you ask? Well, I'll tell you. Because Donald Trump is going to send migrants to Rwanda. Yes, you heard it here first. Donald Trump is actually going to do something about the illegal immigrants that are entering the United States, and he's going to send them to Rwanda, of all places. Of course, this is the same deterrent that we were supposed to have when the Conservatives were in government, and they tried to get migrants sent to Rwanda, and they was kept being blocked, didn't they, by the human rights judges and the European Court of Human Rights, and also the human rights lawyers. And of course, we remember Starmer. He said he was going to scrap it, and he did. Well, it looks like Donald Trump is going to send them illegal migrants who enter America to Rwanda. What an embarrassment for Starmer. What an embarrassment. Donald Trump is showing us in the UK how to get rid of migrants, and it's embarrassing. With Starmer, he just wants them to come in. There's no sign of anything being done to stop them. Starmer is embarrassing Britain on the world stage, and well, like I've said, he's just an embarrassment. He's Starmer. Donald Trump is showing us how to do it, how to deport migrants, and he's sending them to Rwanda. Sorry. What an embarrassment Starmer is, isn't he? Isn't he an embarrassment? All other world leaders are just embarrassing him. It's just humiliating him. Starmer is just being humiliated. But of course, we tried to get rid of these illegal immigrants by sending them to Rwanda, which the Conservatives agreed to do. But of course, it was being blocked at every turn. And of course, we know who by Starmer, because he is in fact he still is a human rights lawyer. I don't know how we can still be a human rights lawyer and be Prime Minister at the same time. He ought to give one of the jobs up. I know which job he ought to give up. Being Prime Minister, we'd all love that, wouldn't we? To see him as Prime Minister no more. But the humiliation for him, he must be red-faced to think that Donald Trump is going to actually send illegal immigrants who enter America illegally to Rwanda. Now, why can't we do that? But we can't because of, like I've said, the human rights judges, the European Court of Human Rights, and also the human rights lawyers. I can just see these human rights judges and lawyers in America trying to stop Donald Trump from sending them to Rwanda. I can just see it. At least in America, they not got their hands tied with the European Court of Human Rights. I suppose the UN will have something to say about it. I suppose they'll make a lot of noise, which they usually do. They demand that Donald Trump stop it immediately. Mind you, in America, they've got the same problem we've got with these out-of-control judges, these human rights judges, who've taken upon themselves to keep stopping immigrants from being deported. I mean, we've got enough in this country. I'm always doing it in this country. I mean, you know how many times the Conservative government tried to kick illegal migrants out of the country. They couldn't, because of the interference from the do-gooders, the human rights judges. They was always interfering, wasn't they? And you got the same with the human rights lawyers. They was the same. They was always interfering. And when the government, and when some MPs dare to criticise them, they're told to stop interfering in the judiciary, being told to stop interfering with them. Well, we wouldn't need to criticise these judges if they did their job properly. But they're not. They're not doing their job properly. They're signing with the migrants. They want the migrants to come in the country. But of course, now Donald Trump is President of the United States. He's doing what he said he was going to do. He's saying he's doing what he said he was going to do. He's going to crack down on illegal migration, and he's doing it. He's ordered ICE, that's the immigration law enforcement, to deport them, arrest them and deport them, and that's what's been happened. Of course, you've got the usual lefty windbags who are complaining about it, but they've got the right idea in America. They know how to deport illegals. Unlike this country, we don't have any idea. I mean, let's put it this way. For a start, we've got a wimp as a Prime Minister, haven't we? Starmer is weak and pathetic. That's, come to think of it, that describes his government as well. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Mr. Politics here signing off. And remember, don't believe the lies.